This must have been 1961, and I was then 18, yes, and I was in Jordan. I was near Petra. I was working on an archaeological dig, and one day a Bedouin arrived on a camel, and he produced a telegram out of his back pocket, or he didn't have a pocket, out of his saddlebags, and he handed it to me, and it was a telegram from the National Youth Orchestra saying, "You've been accepted into the NYO, would you like to come to Russia?" Well, the trouble was that the Russia tour was in April, and this was June. I really wanted to come to Russia, and I really wanted to play in the NYO, but I was very happy where I was in Jordan. My position is that here are four of the most magnificent composers of the whole Baroque era, starting with Claudio Monteverdi, who's my personal great favorite and hero, but encompassing other wonderful composers. I mean, I think that Purcell is, well, he's probably the greatest musician this country of ours, Britain, has ever produced, in terms of just wonderful word setting. His use of language is just superb. And then Carissimi is a kind of Roman equivalent of Monteverdi in the sense that he was working on oratorio, whereas Monteverdi was working on church music and opera. And he wrote at least 3 wonderful oratorios, and Jefte is the pick of the bunch. Domenico Scarlatti he's such a surprise. I mean, everybody knows Scarlatti from his keyboard sonatas, which are extraordinary. They're full of fantasy, but they're very short. And here he is writing a piece of church music, which is epic. It's continuous music, 25 minutes long, setting of the famous Sancta Maria of the Stabat Mater, and he does it with so much affection and love and passion and variety of invention. It's a masterpiece. So, if you like, it's a cornucopia of Baroque choral music, which is our offering to the audience here in Russia, and we're delighted to be here for the first time. Well, in the last 4 or 5 months, I've done such an extraordinary variety of things, including a Handel oratorio Semele, which is very erotic, very sensual, very theatrical, even though it's not an opera as such. I've done Nozze di Figaro at Covent Garden, which is, to me, the most perfect opera that's ever been written. And then I had a dream come true in conducting West Side Story at the Edinburgh Festival, which is a piece I've known all my life, well, since I was 15. I'd never conducted, and it was a thrill to do that piece. One of the toughest operas I've ever conducted, which is Berlioz's Benvenuto Cellini, which we've done in 4 performances right across Europe recently with the Orchestre Lucien Romantique and the Monteverdi Choir. And it was a hugely complex and invigorating project. And each of those 4 pieces, they touch a different part of your soul, your brain, your psyche. They're all 4 magnificent pieces of music theatre, and I've loved doing all 4 of them. I don't know, I think probably something romantic, possibly Schumann, possibly Berlioz, both of whom had a great success here in Russia, possibly even some English music, maybe Tippett or Britain. I'm a musical patriot as well as an internationalist. The thing that's made the biggest impression on me here in Moscow, and I've only been here less than 24 hours, is going into St. Basil's Cathedral this morning and hearing a most wonderful male sextet of a cappella singers singing Russian Orthodox music so beautifully, so passionately, so spiritually. It was overwhelming.